Hello, and welcome to Diana's Makerspace. For this episode, I'd like to talk about some new members of the Barbie sorority. Part of the members of the Barbie sorority is my grandmother's sister, Tattianna, and and also I did some shopping. Basically, I found a nice coat for Karen. I'm going to actually make a full fur Russian rabbit coat soon, and also one for Annette as well. But this is sort of a nice little wool knit blend coat. Let me show you. Karen is wearing sort of a light mauve, sort of beach color mauve coat that can actually function as a winter coat. This was bought while I was thrift shopping. Um, part of the thing is basically is I also thrift shop because my parents like to thrift shop, so I followed my parents' spirit wanting to thrift shop, and this was a good thrift shop. And I found some other things. Also, up to the center is Anastasia, and to the right is I found her sister Tattianna, and basically I'm also going to purchase another doll that's about 18 22 inches as Anastasia, so she can channel into that as well. But basically wearing a Russian period uniform of basically the 19th, early 20th century, as Tatiana is wearing. So now, basically, both sisters can now channel, and also this is part of a Christmas message because basically, when I was at the store, one person asked me, some people looked, they saw, said, well, some people misgendered me and said, well, he's buying a doll, and another person. Now, when I went to pay for it, the cashier, I said, well, actually, this is to help build up my doll collection that my grandmother had from Russia, and she had many dolls that were dressed in very period outfits, handmade outfits, and also with hairdos as well. And what happens with even like thrift shopping, I found a nice coat for Karen. I can see it's a little bit of a hoodie. It's sort of a little bit longer, but basically it goes all the way down. And for winter, this is perfect. So if she go when we go outside, she can be warm like the rest of the Barbies. Now she has two coats like that. Though one is basically a seasonal coat, and this is basically a general coat that can be worn all season. But I'm going to make other clothes. And Anastasia, as you can see, is dressed basically in casual clothes and casual house lingerie like that though. And her sister Tatiana is dressed in a formal gown. And let's see, let me just do one thing here. Hold on, let me just turn Tatiana just a little bit. Whoops. And also you can see the makeup as well, basically, and the hairstyle. Both my grandma and her sister had the same hair color, and the backstory for Tatiana, like Anastasia, when she came to the United States after the Russian Revolution, they both gave up their titles of nobility, and they gave up their fortunes. And also, they both worked as seamstresses in Kenosha, and that though. And part of the thing is, I wasn't told this many years until very late in the family, like that though, because it's important. But basically, Tatiana, like Anastasia, my grandmother, was worked as a seamstress in Kenosha, and basically contributed prominently to the community. Now we live in Racine, and basically Karen is basically is named after a friend of mine who I worked with at the Milwaukee Research Park, who is my right hand, and also very much a friend. And that though, although we never dated, we never, but but um, but basically she offered support, and we offered support, as well as another friend of mine, Randy, during that time when we worked at the park. And that though. So um, but today, basically, now Karen has a new coat that I got from thrift shopping. And what happened was, basically, you can see it's a little bit long, but basically, I modified the sleeves. I just rolled up the sleeves, and then I'm going to keep the coat long because basically, this is sort of a nice, a medium weather coat. So basically, and then I'll make other lighter spring. I'll get other lighter spring coats when the season comes. And then Anastasia, you can see, and her sister reunited again, and basically later, when I get paid again, I'll be able to get a bigger doll so Anastasia can communicate on the same level. But right now, Anastasia and sister can sort of do activities while she's on a riser. I'm going to get it so she doesn't always have to use a riser. Some other things is basically we're waiting for Judy to come. Judy is still stuck at the airport. She's supposed to be coming in the next few days, and that though. So hopefully, Judy will be coming. And then also we're gonna also and the other members of the Barbie sorority are becoming as Stanley and Bruce and that though. So I'll keep you informed and let me know what you think. And another thing is basically um, as part of a Christmas message, basically, although we have different things going on in the world and other things like that, though we shouldn't be so angry at each other culturally because part of the thing is with the Barbie sorority is one thing is I sort of I was sort of forced to hide some of my cultural identity over the years, and I'm starting to reassert it, and that's why the doll named after my grandmother is Anastasia, and basically her sister Tattianna, and my mother's nickname used is Suziska, which is both Russian and Polish because of our culture and that though. So shouldn't be afraid of your culture. And also what happens, the other things, whatever happened based upon your past descendants, you're not responsible for whatever happened due to your past descendants. You are responsible only for your cultural identity of what you do now. You're not responsible for what your forebears did in the past. So that is another part of my Christmas message. So let me know what you think. The best way to reach me is on YouTube, X, Facebook, Blue Sky, and Pinterest. And this has been Diana's Makerspace with the introduction of Tattianna, Anastasia's sister to Barbie sorority, and also showing basically how you can an outfit for Karen, a new coat, so that Karen has a lightweight coat for winter. But in addition, next time you're going to see basically a full fur coat for Karen and for Annette. Well, this has been Ideas with Diana, and I wish you a happy Christmas season. And also, please try to make up your own mind. Don't let someone put words into your mind, and think in your own thoughts. Thank you for listening.